When I came across these statistics, I got cold feet. An 80 years old person devotes 2 full years of his life to eating. We spent 30 years standing, 19 years sitting, 16 years walking, 3 years in a car, including 6 months in traffic jams. We go to the toilet about 2,500 times a year. Every day we spend 7 hours and 47 minutes sleeping, which is about 2,800 hours or 118 days a year. Almost a third of our time is spent sleeping. 5 years of our lives are spent using social media. With technological advances, I think this figure is even set to increase. And finally, we spend 115 days laughing. And in all this, I ask myself, how much time do we spend in our specific mission as Christians? Brothers and sisters, the 24 hours that God gives us each day are so precious that we must use them wisely in favor of the mission He has entrusted to us. Let us take a look at the Sunday Gospel from Mark 1:29 to 39. These 10 verses tell us about one of Jesus' days in his region of Galilee, more precisely in Capernaum. In the morning after prayer in the synagogue, he goes to Peter's house where he is his mother-in-law. And in the evening, they brought to him many sick and demon-possessed people that he heals. And the next morning, he withdraws to pray without telling others before going off to preach in the synagogues and heal the sick elsewhere in Galilee. This is a typical day for Jesus. This example can inspire us in many ways. Firstly, Jesus knows his mission concretely: preaching the gospel, healing the sick, casting out demons. You have a concrete mission that the Lord has entrusted to you, and you are called to know it concretely. This may require enough effort of discernment, but I assure you that as soon as you are convinced by the Holy Spirit of your mission, you will certainly say, like Paul in the second reading, proclaiming the gospel is nothing to be proud of it. It is a necessity that I have to fulfill. Woe to me if I do not preach the gospel. But you will say it in your own words. For example, woe to me if I do not help the youth of my country to awaken and take their destiny into their hands. Secondly, Jesus dedicates his days to his mission. Awareness of your mission is only part of your journey. We are invited to dedicate our time to it. In the 24 hours that God gives you daily, how many hours do you dedicate to your specific mission? But beware, it is not enough to devote time to it. You have to spend time intelligently and effectively. Jesus should have stayed in Capernaum to perform more miracles and healings, but wisely he withdrew to continue elsewhere. This means that in carrying out our mission, we must take into account the final objective, the circumstances, and the most opportune and effective means. Thirdly, prayer. Despite the success of his mission, Jesus never lost sight of the need to revitalize himself through personal prayer. A mission without prayer ends in resignation. Let us not forget that man is only a breath, as the first reading says. Let us not dream. Time flies. No time to waste. Happy Sunday to you all.